The emergence of the truth self. No one comes for you. It does not come with a bang. It does not arrive with clarity. It does not say, "It's over, you made it." It comes after the collapse, after you've grieved into the carpet, after you've screamed into your pillow so hard you burst capillaries, after you've paced the same rooms 1,000 times wondering what's real, after another person tells you you're too sensitive, or you're obsessing, or it's time to move on. No one sees what's still inside you because the fantasy is gone. The Redeemer has failed. The false protector lies fractured on the floor. And what remains is you, raw, incoherent, overwhelmed, and entirely done. The collapse is not just a psychological event. It is not closure. It is not understanding. It is not the clean ending of a story. The collapse is a neurological war, a recursive injury that you loop through endlessly. Why am I still here? I've survived worse than this. Why does this undo me? Why can't I just move on? You try to educate yourself, scrolling through narcissistic abuse content, watching expert after expert explain the same 10 signs, hoping that this one might finally name what you can't. And still, you're not met. Still, no one names the theatre in your head, the reenactment, the inner dialogues, the muttered arguments in the dark, the self scolding, the unbearable shame. You know something is happening, but there is no framework to contain it until now. The injury is worse than the abuse. What no one tells you is this: the abuse is not the worst part. The aftermath is. The collapse is. The recursive mourning is. The injury is systemic. It rewires your perception. It corrodes your affective trust. It colonizes your self talk. It hijacks your rituals. It deadens your joy. And worst of all, it makes you fucking loop. The injury itself becomes self perpetuating. You look for answers in all the wrong places. You search for meaning where there is none. You mourn something that maybe never existed. Yet you still broke your heart. There's no audience. No one sees this. Not your GP, not your mental health crisis team, not your therapist, unless they really understand narcissism. Not your friends who think you're just heartbroken. Not your parents, who were maybe part of it. Not your children, who need you to hold it together. You are grieving inside your skull, invisible, unrecognized, and unnamed. This is not ordinary trauma. This is not just CPTSD. This is mirrored psychic inversion. You are carrying their voice inside you, and no one knows the war you're fighting. The true self doesn't arrive, it collides. You don't meet the true self like a new friend, you collide with it. In a moment of collapse, when the pain finally breaks through your mind's defenses, when the loop slows down enough to let a whisper come through, this isn't fucking madness. This isn't fucking weakness. This is what they did to you. This is what you carried. This is what they never had to feel. The true self isn't beautiful. It's accurate and terrifying and unwavering and honest in a way that nothing else has been. It says, "This happened. We're still bleeding. We're still alive. We still matter." Time does not heal this. People will say time heals everything, but time heals nothing. Time forgets you. Time walks past. Time leaves you sobbing in a supermarket aisle 5 years later because a smell reminded you of the way they looked at you right before they vanished. What heals is this: understanding, true cognitive and symbolic frameworks. compassion, especially towards your own loops, anchoring, someone who sees and does not flinch, expression, writing, weeping, howling, drawing, witnessing, naming what was never named, processing, not for closure, but for integration. You don't heal with time, you heal with truth, you heal with authorship, you heal with pain. And that healing may take years. It may arrive in fragments. It may burn. The truth self doesn't ask for applause. It asks for authorship. It doesn't speak in cliche. It speaks in your voice. A voice you forgot you had. It doesn't say, oh, I'm better now. It says, I'm still here. And this was real. And it still hurts. And I'm not pretending anymore. There is no shortcut. There is only the turning towards the wound, the standing in the wreckage, the living through each day, with the ache still in your bones, and the knowledge that no one else is coming to rescue you. And then slowly, you realize you are the rescue. You are the witness. You are the evidence. And you are the author. So write, scream, weep, collapse, create. Do whatever you must. But know this, you are not an echo. You are the sound that survived. Peace out. Loads of love.